Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frog Finest, and welcome to my blind commentary to the Season 6 premiere of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, The Crystalling. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm actually pretty eager to see how this season turns out, since the show has lost arguably two of its most popular writers. Perhaps it could actually push new writers to step up their game, or perhaps we may get a bit of an underwhelming season, but that's not really wishful thinking. So anyways, without further ado, let's get this thing started.
Okay.
Hello, Starlight.
Library.
I suppose it's pretty reasonable to start with her for Season 6. You can't really just put her on the back burner after her being reformed and everything.
This castle looked a lot smaller from the outside.
Are you crashing here now? Is that what you're doing?
Morning, Starlight.
Nice.
Whoops. Sorry, Spike. I guess I'm still trying to find my way around. You don't happen to know where the library is,
you're
do
probably
you?
fine. Nobody here knows a thing about decency, so...
Oh, thanks. Acceptance, Altruism, definitely. Starlight, good morning. Come in. Sorry I'm late. I got a little turned around. I still can't believe you're letting me stay here.
I mean, she has to do something with all this space, and...
Well,
pretty much
I'm not
assuming
one to dwell in
nobody's
the
in
past,
it.
And neither should you. The castle is your home now, and as far as being my pupil goes,
Hey.
I was just trying to figure out what your first friendship lesson should
That's
be.
actually...
Oh,
being a
well,
pupil is
it looks
actually a
like you're
pretty
really
clever way
narrowing
of
it down.
keeping that status
Oh, these
quo
are just the
going.
A's. After this,
And
we'll
allowing
move
her
on
to
the
reform
B's.
and everything. Dear God.
I know I'm just learning about friendship, but
Pretty
I
good
didn't
start.
think there were this many lessons for anything.
Well,
What do we choose?
Maybe I should pare things down a bit before we go through them.
or perhaps you should
Why
just
don't we
let them
join the
come
others in the
naturally,
throne room?
because
They're planning our trip to the Crystal
that's how
Empire,
you
where
did
Shining
everything.
Armor and Princess Cadence have their
The
baby.
problems just kind of came to you.
Got it.
Perhaps you should just let the problems come to her.
Which way is the throne room?
Well, I think we should leave ASAP. I don't want to miss the crystalling. But
The crystalling.
shouldn't we wait for the invitation?
Frankly, I'm not exactly clear on all the customs and traditions of the Crystal Empire, especially when it comes to a crystalling.
Is this an
What's
annual
that,
thing?
crystalling?
Well, that's just it, darling. Princess Cadence and Shining Armor's baby is due any day, and
Is
we're
that-
still not sure.
Is that what this
The
event's
Crystal
being
Empire
referred
was
to
dormant
as?
For 1,000 years. A lot of their customs are a bit murky.
I almost forgot that they
We
were
know
having
it's
a
got
child.
something to do with the new baby.
And a party! And the Crystal Heart.
How long does it usually take for a pony to have a baby?
Energy.
It's not like a 9-month development stage. Probably a lot shorter, maybe.
It's not hard to understand. Most things in the Crystal Empire aren't.
Okay, you're
Like
just a
how I'm
fountain of
big
wisdom,
hero
aren't
there,
you?
For example.
Well, that's nifty. Oh God, Pinky's just...
Plus, I've had to help Twilight do a lot of research on
Pinky's just
crystals.
heavily scrutinizing you in her head.
Whenever a baby is born in the Crystal Empire,
Oh, that's
the
lovely.
parents bring it before the Crystal Heart.
Kind of like
They
one of
get
those
the
Greek
purest shred
vases
of
that
crystal they
are
can find,
usually
then
yellow
pick a
and black.
crystaller to present the baby to every pony who comes. Then they all share the light and joy they feel, feeding it into the crystal that joins with the heart and increases its power.
Well, that's cheesy.
And this is going to be a royal crystalling, so pretty much the whole empire will show up. That hasn't happened in a millennia.
Well,
What do you mean it
I
increases
suppose.
the Crystal Heart's power?
Makes sense.
The energy it uses to protect the Crystal Empire, I guess.
Protect it from what?
Isn't it surrounded by tundra? I don't know, I remember from the Season 3 premiere that that's what they were like walking through a tundra to get there.
Hey, Twilight, can I ask you something about the Crystal Empire?
Huh, funny you should mention it, because I just narrowed your first friendship lesson down to 3 options.
Shouldn't
and
you?
one of them is in the Crystal Empire.
Okay, I guess it's not going to come naturally.
I found out that's where the
Twilight's
first
just
pony
going to
you
try
ever
to
cared about
micromanage everything.
Sunburst?
Of course, that's just one idea. We could
Hey, is
also
she trying to get her with Sunburst again?
It's a challenge all by itself.
God, that's opening an old wound.
CNCs the next time they try to help a pony.
Probably not the wisest move.
Starlight? Is something wrong?
I think with
What?
reform that you should try to
Those all sound great.
help her
I
take
know.
this in
I guess
baby
you were
steps.
right. It is going to be hard to choose one.
Besides, that's more of a personal issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not really something that Twilight should try to be enforcing as a friendship lesson. Like, that's a really personal issue. Oh, hi, Spike.
Ugh, I am never never gonna find my way around this place.
Don't you guys have locks on your
Gee,
doors?
Starlight, what's wrong?
Especially your
I don't know,
bathrooms?
Spike. Twilight's figuring out what my first friendship lesson is, and I guess I'm not exactly thrilled with the options.
Weren't there two others?
With one of them.
Which one?
Reuniting me with my first friend.
What's so terrible about that?
Oh, it's an old wound.
When we
Frankly,
were
not
fools,
really scarred
Sunburst
over or anything
knew
like
everything
that.
there was to know about magic.
God, that so looks like something that would have been made in Pony Creator. It looks
He
terrible.
always knew just what to do.
Except clearly you were the gifted one
And
here.
he was always there to help me.
That's a bit of a weird way to get a cutie mark, I suppose, but who am I to...
I guess it's
Really
not
know what's a
surprising that
normal way to
Sunburst
get
got his
one.
cutie mark in magic and went off to Princess Celestia's school. But when he left,
You blamed cutie marks and stripped a whole village of theirs, and when Twilight and the others stopped you, you went back in time and almost destroyed Equestria.
Yeah.
not
Man,
really
you're-
stuff I'm super eager to tell Sunburst about.
I don't think you really
he's
have
probably
to,
some
but...
big important wizard now,
Spike, you
and
could have been a little bit more
I can't
tactful
even find
there.
my way around Twilight's castle.
Well, if Sunburst is that good at magic, maybe he'd appreciate your, exploits.
Well, he could be dead,
You should talk to Twilight.
but that's not a very
I'm
happy
sure she'll
thought.
want to hear what you have to say.
I know, but I don't want her to think I'm not ready to learn, or that I'm not grateful for everything she's doing.
Spike, come quick!
Oh, God. Oh, she's really looking forward to something. That's not a good smile.
It's a crystalling invitation.
Shining armor's a father!
That's a really intricate way to send it.
Well, this settles
Like,
it.
what? There's so many
going to
things
the
that could go
Crystal
wrong,
Empire,
but you
your
know,
first
we
friendship
live in
lesson
the
is
world
going
of
to
magic
be
here, so...
reuniting with Sunburst!
Great!
Seriously, that's kind of a personal issue. I don't see why you're trying to treat this as something where she should learn a lesson from.
Applejack?
Yeah, this bus doesn't
What
look
is
very
that?
comfortable.
Oh, just a little something for the youngin'. Made from genuine sweet apple acres apple trees. We make it for
Okay.
all the apples, and any pony related to Twilight is practically family.
I'm assuming you have like a carpenter or something in your family. Carpenter's probably not the right word.
Steel mobile. Bam! Ooh, pretty.
That's not the word I would use to describe it, but it's kind of neat.
Mobile's real nice, as long as you have something to lay in so you can look at it.
And a fetching blanket to keep you warm.
Are we gonna end
I'm
up
sure Shining
destroying
Armor
each other's
and Princess Cadence
presents?
will love all our gifts, but I think they're
I think
more
you're turning
happy
this
we'll be
into a
attending the
competition.
baby's crystaling. I can't wait to see all that light and love make the crystal heart even more sparkly and shiny! Actually, Pinky, the crystal heart is an ancient and powerful relic. Without its magic, the Crystal Empire would be lost to the frozen north.
Wow, this crystalling sounds pretty important. I'd understand if you wanted to, you know, wait to do a different friendship lesson when we get back.
That's a good
Are
idea.
you kidding? This trip is perfect! Not only do I get to see the baby and take part in the ceremony that helps maintain the magic of the Crystal Empire,
Twilight?
but I'm starting my new pupil off with the most amazing friendship
No,
lesson ever!
no,
I
you're
can't
not.
wait.
You're thinking only about
Right.
yourself,
Me neither.
and that's incredibly... That's really
Actually,
selfish.
Twilight, I am a little worried about meeting Sunburst.
Oh,
Reasonable.
trust me, I know what it's like to see old friends, but I'll be right there to help things along.
Yeah,
I've
with
broken
Moon
the whole
Dancer.
lesson down into a few easy steps to ensure this reunion goes off without a hitch.
Yeah, just a few. She has a knack for euphemism.
Step 1, head to Sunburst's house and get you two
Or
started
understatement.
on the right hook.
I guess
Step 2,
both
get
apply.
to the castle with enough time to visit the baby.
Oh god.
Shining armor!
You look like
Twilight.
shit.
I didn't know you were meeting us.
Of course I am. It's me, right here. Here I am. Why wouldn't I come meet my sister?
Are you having
We
a
haven't met before.
withdrawal right now?
Are you alright?
Never better. Being a father is amazing and wonderful and amazing and confusing and amazing, but surprising too.
You need a nap.
I mean, now that you know, you would know, I know.
Or drugs. Whichever calms you down.
Sorry. I haven't really slept since Cadence had the baby. Come to think
Wait,
of
it's
it,
already happened?
She hasn't either. It sure would be great to get a break.
Oh, of course. I don't know what I was thinking.
So is this
You
going to be
two
like a
probably need all
babysitting
kinds of help.
episode?
I'm sorry, Starlight, but I guess combining your first lesson with this visit wasn't such a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't be ridiculous. You're an aunt now. That's way more important than some friendship lesson.
I just wish there was a way to do
I
both.
suppose.
Maybe there is.
Shut up,
Already done work
Spike.
for Starlight's lesson with this list. All we have to do is follow it.
Spike, you're a genius.
I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking this is something that she should do on her own
Then
time?
it's settled. Shining Armor and I
When
will
she
head
feels
straight
comfortable
to the castle,
doing it?
And you two can head straight to Sunbursts.
Aye, aye, princess.
All right, big brother. Let's go see this amazing baby pony.
He's going to be knocked out. There you go. Called it.
I know you're a little worried about this reunion, but I'm sure Twilight's got everything covered.
Everything except how I'd rather do absolutely anything else.
Exactly.
Well, I
She
guess
can't
she's taking
control
that
every
into account,
single
too.
variable
All part of the lesson.
in this whole thing.
Trust the lesson.
Right.
Fuck your list.
Hey, is that you?
Oh, yep, it sure is. Now,
Man, nobody here is really treating you like the hero you are.
Why is there a statue of you in the Crystal Empire?
Because Spike the
Whoa,
brave and
okay, here we
glorious
are.
saved all of us from King Sombra, and then again during the Equestria Games.
Really?
Really? Big fan.
When are you
Okay.
gonna tell me about this?
nah, it's no big deal.
It most certainly is!
I just wonder why this is happening to you now.
We're not going anywhere
Assuming you've been
until I
here
get
for
the
a few
whole
minutes.
story.
I see that she has a knack for manipulation
I
still,
should
so.
probably tell you, seeing the baby might be a bit of a shock.
Come on, big brother. I met babies before. I expect meeting this one won't be any different.
Sure. Another alicorn.
Of course, I could be wrong.
I think you have a big problem with underestimating everything.
The baby is an alicorn?
Yeah.
It looks that way.
But I thought alicorn wings had to be earned by accomplishing some great princess-worthy deed.
Yeah.
Is that...
How can you just be
What did
born
Cadence
with
do
them? The
then?
birth of an alicorn is something Equestria has never seen.
It is beyond even our understanding.
That's not very reassuring.
Could be a genetic mutation.
And Pegasus, so she could be a super strong.
But then again, I wouldn't expect genetic mutations to be involved with this show in any sense.
Strong flying. And I can help keep tabs on her magic.
Oh. Bless you.
It appears her magic is more powerful than that of a newborn unicorn.
The crowds
Just a little.
This crystalline is gonna be some party.
Okay, so how do you even...
Think we should call
I don't
her?
think... I don't know why this question's coming to me now, but...
It's a lot worse than
I'm assuming she's, like, blowing up the balloons with her mouth, and those should not float.
Ceremony over something so potentially adorable. Yeah.
And destructive.
In light
Don't
of the
forget
little one's
destructive.
abilities, this crystalling might be more important than ever. Perhaps you should address your subjects and remind them of that.
Did we get a name for this thing yet? I think I missed it.
Shining armor. Do you have everything you need for the ceremony?
Huh? Oh no! I still have to interview the honor guards, choose the purity crystal, and make a crystaller!
Don't you have somebody to help you with this?
All right, take it easy. Pinky can stay here with me and keep an eye on the baby.
Seriously, get some coffee or... Okay,
And we'll
okay,
all
it's
head
standing
to
on
the
her
birth
eyes.
announce.
Baby.
That is if you can stay awake long enough to tell us how.
That's how we found the Crystal Heart, defeated King Sombra, and saved the Empire.
Starlight's just gonna be stalling for this whole episode.
Well, as much as
I like
love
the-
my heroic deeds,
I like the
Starlight and I
glares
have
in
an
the Crystal
important
Pony's
lesson to
eyes. That's actually
learn.
really kind of
Princess of Friendship.
unique. How they're kind of
Come on, Spike. I want to hear about the
polygonal, I
games, too.
guess. Not really like a circle or
I
an
know
oval.
you're nervous about seeing Sunburst, but it says right in step 3 to, deal with your fears by facing them, not by putting it off.
Oh God, this is not
Let's go get
something
this
that
over
should
with.
be any of Twilight's business. I'm just saying, even if she is the mentor here, this is a deeply personal issue.
What? Knocking on the door isn't the next thing on the list.
Seriously?
I know Twilight can be a little nitpicky, but this is your first lesson as her pupil, and it's important that we do it right.
No, you.
Fine.
Twilight's
What's
gone
the
through
next
all
thing
her
on the
lessons
list?
without doing this. She's had to go through
Before they
instinct.
see each other,
I think this
make
is very
sure to
important for her
highlight
to
the
learn through
importance of the
instinct as
meeting.
well, or at
I'm
least gain
pretty
that
sure
kind of
we can skip
wisdom through
that.
learning through
I don't
mistake.
know. I mean, if we skip it, the whole lesson could go south. And then you might end up taking a giant step backwards instead of forwards. Maybe you'll never be able to learn anything about friendship at all.
Hey Spike, how about you
Almost
just
like
fuck
your
off?
whole
I don't know.
future depends on this moment. Highlight the importance of the meeting. Check. I can't believe you wanted to skip that.
Let's see how much worse he looks with age. I don't know, I'm just assuming he's gonna look more like a horrible OC.
Sunburst?
Yes? What can I do for you?
It's me.
He looks disgusting
Starlight.
already, but you know,
We
not as
used to
bad
be
as I thought he
friends.
would be.
Of course. Starlight. My goodness, it's been a long time. What have you been up to?
Me?
Just
Oh,
taking over the world.
You know,
Well, almost
some of
ending it,
this,
really.
Some of that. Different stuff. Right now, I'm sort of Twilight Sparkle's new pupil.
The Princess of Friendship?
Yeah, that's actually kind of why I'm here. I mean, I know
I don't think
you're
this guy gets
probably
very much
busy.
sleep. He doesn't look
What do
like
you
it.
Well, I figured after magic school you'd go on to do important wizard work, but
Oh, no. Yes. Yes, that's me. Yep.
You're hiding
Important
something.
wizard. Really busy with lots of wizarding.
Are we gonna
stuff.
find dead people in your house?
Right. Well. Good to see you.
Huh. Maybe we
Is he
should
gonna be
skip
the next
highlighting
villain?
The importance of the meeting after all.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
I guess that's that.
That'd be a really
Starlight,
cool
come
setup,
on.
actually.
We have to at least explain what Twilight wants.
Booty.
Dearest citizens, I am sure you are all just as thrilled and ready for this crystalling as myself and Shining Armor.
If he were awake. Okay, well, he's awake, but
I'm not
panicking.
Take it easy. Just pick
Nice
whoever looks
mohawks.
the most like honor guard material.
Right. Right. I'm sorry. Fatherhood is way more stressful than I ever thought.
I can only
Yeah.
imagine.
That's,
I know choosing the crystal
thought that was
purity
almost
is a
common
very
sense, but you
important
know,
decision.
that's something that
So,
people kind of learn
I've gone
on
through the
their
trouble
own.
of arranging them in order for
At
the
least it
thread
puts
to be
into
pure
perspective.
To outrageously pure. Rarity, don't they all sort of look the same? Oh, well, to the untrained eye, perhaps. What do you think, Shining Armor?
I think they all look the same.
I don't know!
I hope Twilight and Pinky are having better luck with the baby.
Ew. Well, at least she's having fun.
This could not be safe. Well, I mean, clearly it's not. That's why Twilight's here. This guy does kind of look like a wizard, though.
So, the Princess of Friendship wants you and I to be friends again?
I know.
Exactly, it's not her
Weird, right?
business.
I don't understand.
She's still an
Did
idiot.
something happen to you after I left for magic school?
What?
And nothing she wants to
That has to do
explain.
with anything. Why would you even ask that? I mean, did something happen to you after you left for magic school?
What? No. Like you said, I'm a...
Something tells me he tried to take over the world at least once.
I'm sure there's something on Twilight's
Or maybe
list
he's
that can help
planning
here.
it. Okay, I chose the honor guard, picked the purity crystal, and I know exactly who I want to be our crystaller. So, all we need is...
The baby?
Evidently, yeah.
She's a really strong flyer.
Oh god, that was actually kind of disturbing. Whoa. That kind of turned this episode on its head. Maybe? I don't know.
I'm guessing that's gonna make it hard to do the crystalline.
It's
Probably a
worse than
little.
that. Without the heart, the Crystal Empire is about to be buried under a mountain of ice and snow.
I wonder who initially made this with the plan of it being surrounded by this. Oh, that's dramatic. Well, on to the next episode. Is this recap necessary?
You're letting me stay here as your pupil.
Shining Armor's a father. I'm an aunt.
Your first friendship lesson is going to be
Reuniting with Sunburst.
Yes, that's me.
Still can't get over that, but I kind of... Okay, I think they're doing well with it, though. This whole Sunburst meeting.
Without the heart, the Crystal Empire is about to be buried under a mountain of ice and snow.
So, not only can we not take part in a fabulous ancient ceremony, but we're also about to be frozen solid.
Without the Crystal Heart's magical protection, the entire city's about to become a winter wasteland.
Well, you should probably get to work then.
King Sombra ruled the Crystal Empire and the Crystal Heart was missing. The city wasn't covered in snow then.
That's a good point.
The heart wasn't missing.
I don't
It was
remember
still
all
in the
those
castle.
details.
King Sombra had just hidden it.
I'm afraid Twilight is correct, and the storm clouds are already forming.
I thought they were already, like,
Fly up there and bust
invading.
no problem.
I wouldn't advise it, Rainbow Dash. Those storm clouds are not like the ones you know.
This far
Something
north,
from,
the
like,
weather has
from
a
the
will of its own.
Everfree. Yeah.
Now it will only grow stronger, enveloping everything in its path.
Including the Crystal Empire.
And us along with it.
I just don't think it was a smart idea to build an empire here.
There's gotta be something.
Then again, that would kind of prevent invasion because nobody would want to invade a place out there.
It's been so long. I don't see how anything on that list is going to help.
I know, right? It's not like there's some spell that would magically compel us to pick up where we left off.
Yeah, that'd be way too
Actually,
convenient.
there's several. Mist Main's Material Amity, Rockhoof's Rapport, Flash Prance's Fellowship. But I get the feeling the princess isn't looking for a spell.
Definitely not.
Got it! And if all else fails, ask them to share an embarrassing moment from their past. Maybe even something they regret.
God, this is totally not her
I don't see how that would
business.
help.
Yeah. We
Seriously,
should just
Twilight
get
needs
out
to
of your
get her
mane.
nose.
It's pretty obvious this isn't going how
How does-
Twilight hoped, and
yeah,
I'm sure
how does
you have
Twilight's-
plenty
no,
of
Starlight's
important
personal
work to
business.
do.
What? Oh, right, yes.
Except
No
she's gonna
rest
be
for
locked
the
out
wizard.
from these
Come on,
horrible
Spike.
weather conditions. Or not. I was expecting that they'd be forced into that house for a while.
There must be a spell that can restore the Crystal Heart.
Perhaps.
But it isn't something that either of us know.
The library
can
here at
try.
the castle is nearly as extensive as the one in Canterlot. There's a good chance we can find something there.
Can you hold off the storm?
Yes, for a time, but even our magic will eventually succumb to the power of the frozen north.
We will do what we can, but you must hurry.
See ya, Sunbutt. And Moonbutt. Moonbutt's just a sidekick, though.
I don't know how long long it will take to find the right spell, but you should probably tell the crowd outside to get somewhere warm.
And try not to mention the Crystal Heart. We don't want to start a panic.
Yes, ma'am. Come on, girls.
Somebody's gonna open their mouth and incite a panic, though.
The Crystal Library is enormous.
Maybe.
Count on us, Twilight.
There's kind of a lot to deal with here.
Where'd she go?
Thank you, Pinky.
This way!
Man, that's haunting.
Well, Spike, looks like my biggest fears came true. I wouldn't be surprised if Twilight decides to give up on me entirely.
No, this was just a really stupid move.
I'm the one who said all we needed was this list.
Isn't that going to be sent to
It's not the list,
Celestia?
Spike, or you, or Twilight. I'm the one Sunburst doesn't want to be friends with.
I don't remember him saying he didn't want to be friends.
It was just an awkward
Didn't have to say
confrontation.
it.
Well, Twilight obviously thinks you're worth being friends with.
Twilight's wrong a lot, though.
Thanks, Spike. At least I have two friends, even if one of them has dragon breath.
That's not dragon breath. It's freezing.
Oh, you're right. But I thought the Crystal Heart was supposed to keep the cold weather out.
It is. Unless
You know,
something's
yeah,
happened.
Starlight probably actually does know something, given just kind of how she performed in the season 5 finale.
Idea to stay outside.
I camped out all night for this spot. I'm not about to just give it up.
Well, just freeze then.
Still, when you think about it, the view is just as good a little further back, like inside your house.
The crystalling ceremony is one of our most sacred traditions.
I dig
And
that
when
little
bowl is
Twilight
filled with the
sticker.
Crystal Heart, I plan to be as close to the action as possible.
Honestly, I don't know if there's gonna be a crystalline. The truth is, baby's an alicorn, and her magic's plumb crazy, so
Leave it to
might not
Applejack
wanna be that close after all.
to be the honest
Baby
one.
alicorn? Wow, I can't wait to see that.
Oh, those little wings are probably so cute.
I know, right?
Look,
Yeah.
I am 100% sure the crystalling isn't happening.
Look, they're gonna go to their house, like, soon. Like, they're gonna start freezing.
No crystalling, huh? Then why are they starting a fireworks show?
I don't know if fireworks entail the building being destroyed, but, you know, ponies may do things differently than us.
Come to Ride-a-Buck's boat chance, hay hups and tournaments, mystic maps and mazes.
Who brought the baby
Anything up
along?
there?
Well, no, they're chasing her,
Not yet.
so...
I'm not even sure how these are organized.
Yeah.
It'd be the worst if this thing had allergies.
Shining armor? I thought you were taking care of the baby.
I think there's only so much he can control.
Gotcha.
Butterfly net? I suppose that works. Or it could, but it didn't. I don't even know what to say here. Everything's just kind of happening, and I'm just watching.
What's going on? You want the long or the short version?
Short?
The baby's an alicorn and she accidentally destroyed the Crystal Heart, so Twilight and Cadence are looking for a spell to put it back together and save the Crystal Empire from turning into a giant wasteland of ice and snow.
That's pretty brief, I guess.
Oh.
What about this?
That looks important.
Trotter's Tome of Reliquary?
Nope, useless.
I think this is it.
Not clearly it has to be the most important, since it's clearly the oldest and
It's a good thing, too.
most ornate.
Without this, I don't know what we'd do.
Oh, wow, that's... Oh, that was actually a really inventive way to do that.
Spell was the only thing we found in the whole library that was even close to what we needed.
I'm so sorry, Twilight.
That was pretty great,
It's not your
though.
fault, Starlight. None of us were expecting any of this.
Do you think you can remember the spell?
I only read it through once.
Well, any pony can exactly remember something she read for the first time 2 minutes ago. It's you, Twilight.
They're kind of putting a lot on her
But I'm not
shoulders.
sure how long it'll
But
take.
then again, this We're talking about a kingdom freezing over, so...
I'll help if I can, but we should evacuate the city just in case. You need to lead every pony to the train station before the tracks freeze over.
Wait, suddenly you can control her?
You and Twilight, I'm sure you'll
That little demon on your back?
I only hope this spell is the one we need.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't think so. I'm just sorry about your lesson.
Oh, that doesn't matter now.
Yeah,
Sunburst
clearly.
and I don't have anything in common anyway. He's a big, important wizard, and I'm relearning everything I ever thought I knew.
That's fair.
Sunburst. I don't recognize the name, but if he's an important wizard, you should bring him here. Maybe he'll know what to do if the spell fails.
Yeah, he seems kind of like a know-it-all, so...
You better
That's
go
a
with
fair
her, Spike.
assumption. Well, not assumption, but... It's a good thought. And they're dead.
Sunburst! Haven't you looked outside?
Snow? That's not right. The Crystal Heart.
Is gone! The baby, Shining Armor and Cadence's baby.
Well, way to
it's an
put it to him
alicorn.
easily.
Really?
Really? And her magic is a little berserk, and well, I guess she destroyed the heart. But Twilight thinks she can fix it, and Princess Cadence thought you could help.
I think this is a bit out of his league.
Of course! You're an important wizard in the
But
Crystal
then again-
Empire. It just makes sense.
You know, that would serve a purpose for him in this episode.
You know, I'd like to help. I really would. I just have so much, important wizard work to do around
Yeah,
here.
he's still burying the bodies outside. You can't let them decompose and start making an obnoxious smell.
When the
People
crystal
start
holds the young one aloft,
getting suspicious.
all of the Empire will share their joy and light, and the crystal heart will beat stronger than it ever has before.
It really is a moving ceremony.
I
Okay.
really don't think it's going to happen.
I think you guys are doing a good job of stalling them, though.
This is the Crystal Empire. We've seen snow before.
Not like this! We don't have time to argue. Princess Cadence has decided to evacuate the city.
There you go.
But the crystalling...
Well,
I don't know if
he's
we'll ever
in
have
charge
another
here.
crystalline again. The crystal heart is shattered.
Well, so much for worrying about inciting panic, but then again, they have to get inside, so... I guess Shining Armor will lead the pack.
Sunburst, I know you're busy, but did you hear what I said?
No, I heard you. But like I said, when you're an important wizard, the work just piles up.
Sunburst!
This is kind of a priority.
Look, Starlight, I want to help. I do. But I can't. I wish I could.
How do those things stay on?
Fixing an ancient relic? I can't even come close to doing something like that.
But I thought you were an important wizard.
Well, you were wrong, okay? I'm not an important wizard. I'm not even a wizard at all.
Okay. I suppose that makes sense. You're just playing the act, maybe?
I know it's hard for you to understand, but not all of us end up achieving greatness.
Oh, that's a harsh lesson to be teaching your kids.
Really? You're the protege of the
I mean, you're
Princess of
100%
Friendship.
right,
I don't
though.
think she picks just any pony for that.
Technically, she's more of a student than a protege.
Whatever. I'm sorry I'm not the big important wizard you were expecting.
Sunburst, I don't care if you're a wizard or not. I'm just surprised. You always knew so much about magic. I mean, look at all these books.
Yeah, well, reading about magic is one thing, but
Applying
you don't know
it.
what it was like at magic school.
Oh.
To know so much and not be able to do any of it.
Yep, that's a good point. Some people are much better
Well,
about
you don't
applying
know what
it.
it was like to be left behind. And then getting so bitter that you steal the cutie marks from an entire village, and then get defeated by Twilight and her friends, so you travel through time to get back at them. But
Are
they
you
beat
being a
up
child
and teach you
again?
about friendship, but you're so terrified ponies will find
Why
out
are
what
you
you
so
did that you
impulsive?
can't make any friends.
Show some self-control. Then again, you're all emotional and everything. That's a part of your character, so...
Did you really travel through time?
See? I told you he'd be impressed.
I'm sorry we lost touch. Maybe if I had reached out, you could have helped me at magic school, and I could have helped you to...
Not become totally evil?
Yeah, it's a pretty good relationship, I suppose.
Just say, I know what it's like to have something
Keeping each other
you're
from
not
losing their
exactly
heads.
proud of.
you showed up thinking I was some big wizard. I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth.
It's fine. At least we worked it all out. I think Twilight would be proud of us.
Well, if you ever want to tell her about it, we should probably leave now.
I forgot to tell you, they're evacuating the city. You need
I don't even know how to react to this.
Unless you've got a spell here that will drive
Again, everything's just kind of moving in fast forward.
Crystalling? Of course!
I don't know if reading 5 books at once is very productive. I mean, like, I don't know if you're actually reading any of them. Perhaps you're just scanning. And they're dead again. Okay, that was a little bit random.
Just a little bit further, y'all. The station's just ahead.
Oh, they seem to be handling the weather fine. And again, they've been inside this whole time. God, Celestia, don't make that face. Ugh, I got like this weird chill down my spine whenever you did that.
It looks right to me, but there's only one way to find out.
Okay. Oh, you two knew exactly what to do. Probably from the help of this dude. Or perhaps this dude hasn't made his introduction to them yet.
I don't know what else to do.
An old student of mine believes he does.
Okay.
The baby did this?
I tried putting it back together.
I mean, the baby's
Spell of
incredibly
relic reconstitution.
unstable.
That won't do it. The crystal heart's been around for millennia. Restoring a relic like this is magic way beyond one spell. You need to combine it with something else. Something unique to the relic itself. Something that strengthens it and provides it with power.
The crystalling!
I suppose.
That spell with the light and love of every pony gathered for the ceremony, together with some
This is getting really
to
cheesy.
clear away the snow, and a little fledgling's forbearance for the parents.
Is that
should curb
appropriate?
the little one's power fluctuations.
I suppose he just likes
You must be
babies, but
Sunburst.
I think
Starlight's
we're
second
kind of
more
in a state of
powerful
emergency here.
Oh, I'm no wizard.
What?
But he studied magic his whole life. You should see his house. And since no pony has any better ideas, what do we have to lose?
That's a good point. Well, Celestia, she keeps making faces,
I had
and
planned on
this.
asking Twilight to be our crystal.
Don't feel comfortable with
It
that.
seems like she'll be busy.
I'd be honored.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Suddenly, this baby's just all tame now. We're actually able to like control it. Okay. This is something. That seemed a little bit questionable, for lack of a better word.
The newest member of the Crystal Empire.
So what you're telling me is if they've gone about this ceremony from the beginning without the, I guess, the crystal heart, this problem would have solved itself. That's kind of weird. Then again, this is kind of what this show does. It's good for a story. Seems a little bit different from the ceremony from a long time ago. I forgot. I don't know if it was the season 3 premiere. something happened. They all turned all crystally for a little while.
Crystalline ever!
Wait, one of them lost their like
For a
polygonal
boy who isn't
eye.
great at magic,
No,
you did
eye
pretty
glare
well.
thing.
Indeed. I'm glad to see you found a way to share your unique gift,
Even
Sunburst.
okay, even the
You
princesses
may
have
be
it.
more
That's
of a wizard than you think.
this is weird. I'm not sure I'm following anymore.
You would not believe the crazy weather that delayed our train.
It's about time you
Came
had a
out of
voice.
nowhere.
But it was all worth it to see this peaceful little angel.
Congrats, your
Aw,
grandmother.
So sweet. Come to your grandmare.
Grandmare. God, that's so
Yeah,
bad.
Peaceful
That's
now,
stupid.
anyway.
I suppose that spell really did the trick.
Okay, so now it's okay.
We
This
have
whole
Sunburst
this
to thank
whole
for that.
baby's an
I hope
anomaly.
he takes his role as Crystaller seriously. Something tells me the baby will need a pony like him to look to for magical advice.
Don't give him
Hey,
those
Stormy.
eyes. This is
Are we
not the
gonna name the
time.
poor little dear, or are we gonna spend the entire visit just calling her the baby?
Yeah, that's
We
a
were
good
thinking-
question.
Flurry Heart.
Flurry
You know,
heart. That's
to remember the occasion.
that's terrible.
How could any pony forget?
That's a bad name,
Lovely.
or at least a lame one, in my opinion.
Well,
They could have been a
I
little
think
bit
you're
more
the Crystal
imaginative.
Empire's big important wizard, whether you like it or,
Or
not.
just create something that
I
rolls
don't
off
know
the
if I'll
tongue a
have
little
time
bit
for any
better.
Wizarding. I'm a Crystaller now. That's a big responsibility.
I can't think of any pony more qualified. Just promise you'll stay in touch.
Like I'd ever lose touch with my oldest friend.
Well, isn't that something?
What's wrong, Twilight?
I don't know, Spike. I think I have a lot to learn about being a teacher.
What are you talking about? Your lesson
It
was
don't
perfect.
say.
Starlight and Sunburst got over their past and rekindled their friendship.
No thanks to me. I know a lot happened. I just wish I could have given my pupil the attention she deserves.
I mean, that's a fair point, but
Well, I know she
your
needed to be
lesson
put
plan
on the
was
right
terrible.
path, but giving her the space to make her own decisions worked pretty well. Isn't that how Celestia taught you?
Oh my dear God, are they just repeating what I've been saying this whole time?
But I guess it is.
Maybe you're a better teacher than you thought.
Like ripping my face off right now. Then again, I get like teaching something that just comes naturally to me, so I can't really judge. Twilight still clearly has a lot to learn. Anyways, that was a interesting premiere. No real villain this time, and I thought that was something. So, what did I think of this episode? It was actually a pretty good opening into the new season. One of the big things that I was worried about with Starlight was how they were going to address her redemption and make it realistic, since the Season 5 finale really ham-fisted it. And making her Twilight's protege is actually a pretty ingenious way of doing that, because now she actually has to face trials that improve her character in the same way that the others within the main six did. It's just a really neat way of integrating her into main character status, unlike what really happened with Discord, who will likely only be seen a handful of times this season. So I'm thoroughly satisfied with that. I kind of also like the idea of Twilight learning how to be more of a proper mentor, much like her past and current mentor, Celestia, but I get the impression it's not going to be nearly as much of a focus, since she kind of just learned that Starlight needs to face the challenges on her own, kind of in the same sense of how, despite the fact that Celestia was Twilight's mentor, that role was never really an emphasized thing at any point. As for the episode itself, it was pretty tame in comparison to most season premieres, but it didn't do very many things wrong in the least. It was actually pretty enjoyable, with the new baby providing plenty of antics to make the episode pretty entertaining. It was kind of hard to get behind the story though, because there were frankly too many things going on. And the transitions between everything going on made the story kind of jarring. I guess finally, onto the baby, I'm not really sure how to feel about it just yet. It's clearly meant to market toys, as, you know, Hasbro just does that. So its presence isn't really surprising in the least, but I can't help but feel like it's going to serve a big purpose in this season, and for that I'm just going to remain cautiously optimistic. So yeah, that about sums up my thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.